I have to stand up and let you know, as a Christian today, where I've been, where I'm going, and asking God to reach for my hand when He's ready. Not man, not doctors, not them standing over my bed and telling me, well, you've got a week or 2 days. And this week I heard I had a week. My body failed me. This is long-term chemotherapy that is destroying me. I have 4 chronic diseases that could take me any moment. Do I sit here and say, well, I wonder which one's going to get me today? I'm bigger than that. I'm better than that. I don't count my days or my time. I count the moment. I'm ready to sit here and tell you how good He is to me. How good He is to me. No one wanted me and my sister. My dad was a drunk and he had to find us a place to go. My mom was sick. That's all I ever remember hearing. But I was always dreaming that road, that old dirt road that ran in front of our home. I knew it had to go somewhere, and I wanted to try it. And I broke out from that environment when I graduated high school. I married my children's father with something in mind, and this is where God says, hold it. That wasn't in my category. I married him because he was my ticket to get in the bus that ran that road in front of our house. And alcohol played its role in that marriage, but God was not in the picture. I was lacking something and I didn't know what. So with that, we separated and divorced. I went into business in Asheville. Was quite successful at it. And I met my second husband. But he was a favorite person there at 5 o'clock every day to get his drink and his barbecue sandwich. And how little did I know I was walking right back into a trap of bigger alcoholism than I had left behind me. And I thought I was in pig heaven. We were traveling the world. We were setting fields on fire. He was educated and everything was going until zap. He became totally unemployable. I had buried John, been several weeks out, and I'm coming up the road and I've seen this sign, Coffee's Garage. I did nothing with car maintenance the whole time that I was married to John. He took care of the maintenance. I took care of the house. I took care of the finance. But I'm coming up the road from this doctor's appointment, and I've seen the sign, Coffee's Garage. And I knew that from my payables and him going to Coffee's Garage. That's where John took the car to. So I whipped in and said, I think my car might be sick. And it came to me, maybe the car was sick and maybe I was sick. It just hit me like lightning. What's wrong with this road that I'm on? So Mary began to talk, and there was a brochure laying on her counter, 8.5 by 11 brochure. And I said, what's that? Oh, we're getting ready to have a revival at our church. Okay. Maybe you'd like to come to my church. Okay. I'm thinking, I'm hearing her. Maybe you need some help to help you over this hurdle. Not me, you got it under control, lady. And I sat and listened to her. She said, maybe you'd like to come to our church. I said, would you like to come tomorrow night? And my thought was, why not? I don't have anything else to do. So the next night, I met Mary at church. And I went in and sat down. He hit me right between the eyes with salvation on a plate and said, take a bite. I can tell you I had never had such a feeling in my life, with feeling so at ease, and setting that bag that I was carrying in the floor. And there was a lot of garbage in it. What a burden it is to carry your baggage all by yourself. I felt so relieved of leaving that bag at that pew. I felt so full of joy that I could talk and not blame no one for the bag that I was carrying. It wasn't names didn't matter what was in that bag, and what was in that bag didn't have a thing to do with me. It was, could I leave it and let God? And that very night, I chose to leave it. I can carry my load, and it's a brand new bag. A bag of happiness, a bag of peace, and I couldn't be any happier sitting in this chair. I felt the presence of God in my life right that minute when I let it go, sitting right on that floor. Now I know what was the Holy Ghost. I can tell you today, I'm better than I was yesterday, because I choose to follow God and His works for me. God has taken my hands and is leading me down this path, assuring me that He's at the end of the road with His right hand held out. Is that a promise? Absolutely. And do I believe it? Absolutely. And I can hold on to His hand, knowing at the end of this journey that I'm on, He's going to reach for my right hand and carry me across the river.